How to create Enscape animations very simple and easy. Bring life to your renders and your architectural projects. How we can do this work? Let's get to work. Hello guys, what's up and welcome to the new tutorial from the SketchUpArchStudio. In this tutorial we will completely professionally talking about how we can create some super realistic animation in Enscape about this dining room and living room. So let's get to work. I'm gonna press V on my keyboard and now the environment of the video editing will be open for us. So I'm gonna turn on the show grid lines and my main target is these decorative mirror and some objects about it. So I want to start my job with this point in here, something like that. My camera is fixed out. And now I'm gonna click on these extra icon in here for the double time, first, second, and now I created my first keyframe. A little bit, I want to go forward, another time, like that, another time, move forward, double click on these plus icon at the right side, a little bit near, double click again, a little bit, double click, and move this job until you can reach to the best distance which you want, something like that. So I'm gonna click on it, and when I click on the play option, it will play for me like that, very simple and easy. So I'm gonna start my job with the time of the day and change the time of the day to the 7 a.m. like that, 7 for example, something like this. And the focal point is really important, so I'm going to click on the visual setting in this place, increase the exposure about 58%. After that I'm going to turn on the depth of field about 10%, and outline is about 14%. In the image bar you can use saturation to make your render a little bit sharp and live than the other times. Color temperature is about 5600 Kelvin. Motion blur is really important in animation. It helps you to manage your camera shutter. I prefer to use some motion blur about 34%. It's the normal number for the animation, so you can use this number in your Enscape animations. Lens flare depends on the bloom option. The bloom is 6%, so I think lens flare is 28% or 38%. Vignette can be increased to the 38, and chromatic aberration is 0. Atmosphere is about some brightness, it's good. Ambient brightness about interior light control, 62% is enough. Artificial light brightness is about some spotlights. I can increase it to the 124. I have some hidden spotlights, but right now you can't see it. Shadow sharpness is 0 because I need some completely smooth shadows, and everything is done. So now time for the rendering and creating animation. I can play with the focal point. When you check out one of these 4 items, timestamp, time of the day, focal point, and field of view, in this part of your job, timestamp and other things, you can see some type of small sphere. And when it appears on your screen, it means that you check it out. So when I turn it off, it will completely remove from this place. And when I turn it back, it will work like that. So I want to focus on the far place of my camera, about 4 meter, and increase the depth of field to the 16%. Field of view is really important, so I prefer to use 80 degree for my job. And after all of these settings, remember you need to click on the update. It means that your keyframe number 1 updated for you. After that, keyframe number 2, I'm going to turn on the timestamp and increase it about 2 seconds. It means that from the keyframe number 1 to number 2, we will spend 2 seconds. Time of the day is about 6 a.m. Focal point is necessary, and field of view can be decreased to the 74. I'm going to press update. Next keyframe, timestamp, it's about 4. Increase your timestamps at the some type of equal number. For example, 2, 3, 4. Not, for example, your keyframe is the 2 second and next keyframe is the 10 second. It completely destroy your render speed. So time of the day can be increased to the 7:12, like that. Field of view is important. It's about 66. I'm going to press update. Next keyframe, timestamp, 6 second. Time of the day, 18. Focal point, field of view. And when I play with the focal point, something like that is really important. 2.7. Field of view is about 62. And update. Next keyframe, timestamp, it's okay. Time of the day is about 7:24. Field of view is about 60. And focal point can be managed to some number about maybe 2.3. I'm going to click on the update another time. Another keyframe, it's about 10. Time of the day is 7:30 and focal point is about 2 meter or maybe 1.6 meter. Now it's much better. Field of view is not important. I'm going to click on the update, and last keyframe is the main keyframe. Time of the day 7:44 and I can click on the field of view and focal point. I can play with the focal point. I want to focus on these statue and gold vase in here. 1.24 is good. And field of view is about 56. Everything is done. I'm going to click on the update. Click on the keyframe number 1. When I click on the play, you can see all the details at the same time. Very clean, simple, and smooth for your architectural presentations. Something like that is really wonderful. Time for the rendering. You can render in many type of qualities, so I'm going to click on the export option. Before I do this job, I think I can reduce the depth of field to the 8% for some reasons, and exposure can be increased to the 62. Everything is good. So export. In the comparison quality, you have email, web, Blu-ray, maximum, and lossless. I prefer to use, for example, Blu-ray. My resolution is the full HD. You can change it to the ultra or HD. And final and important element is the FPS, frame per second. If you want to show it to some type of special clients, you can change it to the 120. But it's related to the game-changing renders. For the normal usage, you can use 30 or 60 or 25. I prefer to use 30 and click on the export and my desktop, and I want to call it animation and press save. It takes a bit time, and after that your realistic dining room interior animation will be ready. If this content is useful for you, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for your support, thanks for your watching, and goodbye.